Good day. Welcome to Pharmacovigilance A to Z, where you learn pharmacovigilance from scratch. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos, as I will be uploading videos concerning pharmacovigilance. Today, I am going to talk about the pharmaceutical industry in India. As of 2024, India's pharmaceutical industry continues to maintain a strong presence on the global stage with its significant contribution to both domestic and international markets. Let's look at the current scenario, the growth of imports, major pharmaceutical companies, India's advantage and the challenges faced by the industry. 1. Current scenario. India's pharmaceutical sector remains a major global player, significant contributor to the global supply of generic medicines, valued at approximately $65 billion. 2030 projections indicate it will reach over $100 billion. The factors pushing such growth are: 1. Increasing healthcare demands. 2. The rise of chronic diseases. 3. Advancement in biotech and generic drug production. 2. Growth of imports. India's pharmaceutical industry relies on imports for some critical raw materials, particularly active pharmaceutical ingredients, APIs. The country is highly dependent on imports of bulk drugs from markets like China. In recent years, there has been a focus on reducing this dependency by encouraging domestic API production and developing more self-reliant supply chains. The growth of imports, however, remains critical, particularly for advanced biologics and certain specialty drugs. 3. Major pharmaceutical companies. Some of the major players include Sun Pharmaceutical Industries, Chipla, Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, Lupin, Oromido Pharma, Davis Laboratories, Swedish Life Sciences, Mankind Pharma. These companies are not only driving the domestic market but also hold a significant share in global markets, particularly in the US and Europe, where the demand for generics is on the rise. For India's advantages. India's pharmaceutical industry enjoys several key advantages. A. Cost competitiveness. India is one of the most cost-effective producers of pharmaceuticals due to low labor cost, which allows companies to produce high-quality generics at a fraction of the cost seen in other countries. B. Manufacturing capacity. India is home to thousands of pharmaceutical manufacturing units, including a significant number of facilities compliant with international quality standards like US FDA and WHO. This gives India companies the capacity to cater to the needs of various global markets. C. Skilled workforce. India has a large pool of highly skilled scientists, researchers, and technicians supporting both drug discovery and large-scale manufacturing operations. The established export infrastructure. Indian pharmaceutical companies are among the top exporters of generics, with major markets in North America, Europe, and Africa, among others. 5. Challenges. Despite the promising growth, the Indian pharmaceutical industry faces several challenges. 1. Regulatory scrutiny. While Indian pharmaceutical companies have generally performed well in terms of quality, there are occasionally issues related to regulatory violations or quality concerns. This could affect the trust of international markets especially with increasing scrutiny from agencies like the US FDA. To intellectual property issues. India's generic industry often faces patent-related challenges. The country's approach to patent laws, which favors generic drugs, sometimes leads to dispute with multinational pharmaceutical companies. 3. Dependence on imported APIs. India remains heavily reliant on imports for several essential ingredients and raw materials, particularly from China. Any disruption in the supply chain, such as geopolitical tensions or trade restrictions, can affect the domestic manufacturing sector. For intense domestic and international competition, the growing number of pharmaceutical companies and increasing internal demand creates fierce competition, putting pressure on profit margins and innovation. Conclusion. In 2014, the Indian pharmaceutical industry remains one of the most dynamic sectors, driven by its global presence, cost advantages, and strong manufacturing base. However, challenges related to regulatory compliance, supply chain dependencies, and the market competition require ongoing attention. The sector's future growth will depend on how effectively it adapts to these challenges while continuing to innovate and improve quality standards. We have come to the end of today's video. Please don't forget to comment, subscribe. See you next time.